Hi guys, Igor here. Welcome back in the next episode of To Be Driven by Tests series. Last time we tested something that depends on the external database. Today we'll test a class, object, service that depends on another class that makes use of external database, and we'll fake it. So let's see how it can be done. So these are our requirements. We have new employee service and we need to provide functionality to create new employee. Here are our requirements. We should accept new employee, so check it. It's a simple class with 3 fields: name, seniority, and a salary. And we should use new employee repository, which should be faked in the tests. We'll see how to do that in a minute. And it has only one method, create, that accepts new employee, which we covered. And it should, most importantly, it should validate new employee according to the rules. And the rules are: named can be null and it needs to have at least 3 and max 50 characters. Seniority can be null and seniority is just an enum. We have junior, mid, E, and senior. And salary needs to be at least 3,000 and max 5,000 for junior, 10,000 for mid, and 20,000 for senior. And in all cases of invalid input, meaningful exception should be thrown. So we are doing test-driven development, so we will start with the tests. So as always, we create a test class, new employee service test. What do we need? We need to have new employee service before each setup method. We'll initialize it here, and let's create method signature. It actually will be the same as repository because we need to create new employee. Okay, and let's maybe also start. We could write freestyle, but we knew that we will make use of new employee repository. So let's create a field, new employee repository. Let's create a constructor like that. Right, and the new employee repository is interface, and in tests we'll fake that, so we can use Mockito, but we don't actually need. Instead of that, we'll create fake new employee repository, and it will implement new employee repository. And we'll capture newly created employee to validate our tests. We call it last employee. Here we will initialize it, and let's maybe create a getter like last employee. Right, and we needed to use it here like that. Okay, and before creating, we need to create new employee, but before that we know that we need to validate it. So I would say that this we should cover this case first. So let's create a test like create given employee with invalid name should throw exception. Okay, and let's maybe create a variable invalid name, maybe something like that for now, because we'll parameterize it later because there are many cases of invalid name. But for now, let's start with simple test. So we know that when we call this method and employee has invalid name, we should throw an exception. So maybe let's start with something like assert throws runtime exception with the method. Let's create invalid employee here, maybe new employee, valid name, seniority we don't care, here we don't care about salary, so but let's pass something valid. Okay, here we will get exception. Alright, and also so we need to I would say that we need to check if exception has expected message, and message could be something like let's say invalid employee name. It can't be null, and it should have between 3 and 10 characters, something like that. Alright, maybe let's call it thrown exception, and let's see. Okay, obviously we are getting red because we don't have anything here, so I would say we should create a method like validate name, something like that. Let's go it here, and what do we need to do? We just need to make sure that name is not null and it has at least 3 and max 50 characters. So we are after length, I would say. So let's maybe say name length. If it's null, let's say that it is 0. In another case, let's strip it and call length, and we are stripping it to prevent blank names like that one or like that one. Okay, if name length is less than 3 or name length is more than 50, let's throw runtime exception for now, and let's use it. Let's use this message. Okay, right, it passes. Right now I think we should add more cases because this is only one case and we have a few to cover, like null, empty, less than 3 and more than 50 actually. So let's actually create a parameterside test with the method source. Let's call our method invalid employee names. and here we will have valid name as a variable, like that, and we need to provide the actual method to stream of strings, valid employee names, and what cases we should have. I would say null, say empty, I would say blank, maybe something like that. Let's check. Alright, and we also need to cover more than 50, so we can do something like too long name. Let's say stream generate any character really. Let's limit to 51. Let's call it joining. So it will basically create a string of D characters of 51 length. Let's see. Okay, it works, so let's refactor something. First I would say that we should have custom exception. So let's create new employee exception. Let's extend runtime exception, and let's give it a message. That why we are doing that, to basically so that our clients can differentiate exceptions based on type, because runtime exception is really not that readable. We don't know what exactly has happened. So let's check. Let's change that. Okay, unfortunately it's passing because here we are just requiring runtime exception, and a new employee exception is a runtime exception. So let's change that. Okay, what else should we refactor? Here we have 315. I would say we should create a constant for that. So let's create something like static final int minimum name length 3 and max name length 50. Yeah, and let's use it. Here let's parameterize it. And a max. Okay. Here maybe let's just use it here. Alright, so I would say that we have covered the first case with the name. Second case, seniority can't be null. So let's create test case first. Create given employee with null seniority should throw exception. Alright, so let's go. Let's create a invalid employee variable. I don't know, some name, null, and for top. Okay, throw exception. Let's assert throws. New employee exception. Service create. And here let's say that valid employee seniority. It can't be, or maybe employee seniority can't be now. Something like that. Let's run it. Obviously it should fail. It failed. Let's create a method similar to the previous one. Validate seniority. Let's say if seniority is null, let's throw new employee exception with the expected message like that. Let's call it, and it should pass. Alright, it passes. What else? We need to validate salary, and we have a few cases. So we need parameterized test for that, I would say. So let's create a test first. Let's maybe also use method as a source because this is the most flexible one. Let's call it invalid, I don't know, invalid employee salaries. And we'll say create given employee with invalid salary should throw exception, and here we'll say new employee, invalid employee, really, and do this, also throw exception. Here we also assert that we throw new employee exception, like service invalid employee. And what about the message? Yeah, let's maybe create generic one, because there are different criteria for junior, mid, and senior seniority, but I would say that we can have something like, I don't know, let's create a multi-line string, and let's maybe say that number is invalid salary for seniority, for given seniority, for given seniority it can be max that one. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Let's create cases of new employees with invalid salaries, or maybe it should be called employees with invalid salaries, let's say. Alright, so let's create first one. Name. Okay, we don't care about name, so let's create a variable. So name. Okay, and cases. Junior, so let's create junior 0. Let's cover the junior first. So we need to check 0. I would say that we should also check 0 and 5000 really max. Yeah, so 5001. And maybe, oh no, I would say that this is enough. Okay. Yeah, activate. As I am thinking, we should create constants for that right now. So let's create max junior salary. Also minimum salary there, which is that. Max mid salary, max senior salary. This is that, and this is that. Alright, and let's call a method, create a method validate salary. We give it seniority and salary. Let's call it here, validate salary. Okay, and let's say that if salary, or maybe let's do it step by step. If seniority is junior, actually we have just one message, so I would say that we can create a variable invalid salary, and let's initialize it to false, and let's say that if seniority is junior, and the salary is more than max junior salary, valid salary równa się true. And yeah, it also say that if okay, or maybe invalid salary. I'm thinking how we can test that minimum salary easily. So maybe if salary is less than minimum salary, or maybe here that one, and if invalid salary, we check some conditions, and if invalid salary, we throw exception. This one we cover all cases in a minute. Let's get that one first. Right, and here actually not that, but something like I don't know, we can have it, maybe we can create more cases like that. So I don't know, -1. Let's also create something at the edge. So new employee service minimum salary, and new employee service max salary +1. Let's see. Okay. Nothing goes wrong with the minimum salary. Ah yeah, -1. here max junior salary +1. Okay, so let's cover more cases. Actually, let's maybe define them there. Here, I mean. So let's check mid. I would say that let's test out something small like that. Something like new employee. I don't know, maybe mid salary +1, but maybe let's give it also one case with the max junior salary. I don't know, this is actually valid case, so a lot, so maybe also new salary -1 as previously, but we have mid right now, so it should fail. Okay, one have failed because we only don't have we have covered new salary for all seniorities, but we don't have it for mid. So let's say if seniority is mid, salary is max mid salary. Okay, and let's cover senior also. So let's say 0 senior also here, and senior max senior salary. Okay, yeah, and there's one failed because we don't have else here. Alright. What they say? I don't think so. Right, sorry. Okay, let's simplify it actually. So let's maybe say that if, how we can simplify it? If new salary is less than salary, it's always invalid, and if not, we have these conditions. Yeah, here we should have if salary is more than max senior salary. Okay. Can we simplify something here? Can create methods for that, but I don't know if it helps us. Yeah, I would say it's enough for now. Yeah, we'll see after implementing the next case, which is in all cases we should throw meaningful exception. We are doing that. Right now we should just create an employee. So after that we'll actually create employee because it is valid. Okay, so let's actually we have a few cases here. I would say there is a proper junior, proper mid, and proper senior. So let's also create a parameterized test. Let's call it, let's call method source valid employees, maybe. And let's say create given valid employee creates it. Here we have a valid employee. Okay, we have shoot everywhere, so let's continue that convention. And before implementing valid employee, what do we need here? I would say that we should use the fake repository. So let's say that before running this test, that we will assert that last employee is null. Do we have something here? We should assert null. Yeah. Last employee is null. Then we'll call service create, and we say that assert equals, and expected is valid employee, and actual is last employee. The last employee because here we are using fake employee, and after all of that we are creating it, and here we are just assigning it to a variable. So let's create valid employees method. So as previously, stream of employees, and few cases. So stream of new employee. Okay, let's get some name, and it will be junior. Let's maybe give it minimum salary, and then I would say 2 cases for each seniority. So like max junior salary. Yeah, let's create cases at the edges, maybe 3 actually. So like something in between, like junior name, also junior, but I don't know, let's hard code it too for that. And junior name. And one thing, we shouldn't have this because the first phase is red, so let's make sure that tests are failing. Actually, junior name 3. Okay, let's copy that. We have 3 for mid and 3 for senior. So mid, and let's say mid. Also minimum salary, mid name 2, mid like that, something above, mid name 3, at the edge, so max mid salary, senior 1, senior 2, and senior 3. So first senior is also with the minimum, second is something I don't know, in between, like that, and the last one is at the edge. Okay, and it should fail. Oh, this is not this is a previous test. not that one, given valid employee. All right. And in one case we got invalid seniority. This is invalid actually. We should have formatted it. We should. So this test validated the previous test. Here we left the parameters without values. So let's fix that. So seniority. Okay. Oh, here's the tricky part. Yeah, we need to pass max salary. Max salary. Yeah, and okay, that will be problematic actually. But we need that, I would say. So how to fix that? Here we need to say, we need to wrap it to this and give, that way you can give 2 arguments to that thing. And for junior we say new employee service max junior salary. Okay. Here we have to pass it also the same way. .1. Okay, what do you don't like? Yeah, here we need to say arguments. Alright, let's see. It should fail. Yeah. But for not this reason actually. What is it saying? Okay. Yeah. It is it is as expected because we need to have it, we need to parameterize it here also. So okay, not good because here we need to say we have salary and we have seniority, but we don't have max. So yeah, not good, guys. So we need to refactor it basically. We need to say that if junior, to have max salary here. Or actually, I know what we'll do. We can say we can have a map like that. Actually, even okay. Here we'll have oh yes, actually in map there's something lightweight like that. Here seniority integer, we say max, actually max max salary, max salaries, or maybe max salaries by seniority. Yeah, let's actually refactor it. We can do something like that. Max salaries by seniority. And let's say junior will have that. Meet will have that. And the senior will have that. But why we are doing this, guys? Basically to have better access to this data here. Because right now we can just say, how I call it, max. Yeah, max salaries by seniority. We will just say max salaries by seniority. Okay, and we can also simplify it here. So actually we don't need that. So here you can see the power of refactoring while having tests. We can change it all with the confidence that it will work because we have tests. Okay, so let's remove that. This is not important. This is also not important. And okay. Right now we don't need here. We can just say max salary. Like that. Okay. Hi, name has changed. Right, it works, and let's run valid employees. Okay. Right. Red. Let's create it. Let's call create. Let's see. Almost worked. Okay, meet. Case number 5. So this one. Okay, it is too much actually. Okay. So it works, guys. So let's maybe see what we can simplify, where we are using it. Some constants. Do we need all of these constants? Yeah, maybe let's have them. Validate, let's see. Pretty straightforward. This we have discussed. How long it is? 60. It's okay. Valid salary for seniority, for gain certain can be max. Solid. Okay, let's run them all together. I think that's it. We have used new employee service, we have validated it, we have this row, we have that, right? Valid employee names, employee with null seniority, employee with invalid salaries. We have a few cases, so 3 for junior, 2 above minimum salary, 1 below, 1 above max junior salary, similar for mid, similar for senior. So yeah, and in all cases we are throwing meaningful exception, and also we have valid employees. Let's check our method name is create, given employee with invalid name, given employee with null seniority, given employee with invalid salary, given valid employee should create it. Oh, should created, not created. Let's run it again. Alright, so I think we wrap it up. So if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I see you in the next one. Take care.